So we at Maloney Library, and I came here to meet this guy who I've never met before. You all know Jacob and Nish. I will put links to their channel down in the video description. And I'm fortunate enough that I am going to get a tour of the Maloney Public Library.
Yes, Wale. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Maloney Public Library. One of the first community libraries in Trinidad and Tobago. So how now we are opening community libraries and hubs and those type of things. This is the first library that is actually located within a community. So Irima Library is there, Tunapuna Library is there, but think about it. Who else have one like this? There's only Monk Lambert, Barretari and Beetham, and them have community libraries now. So,
and I'm really curious to find out as we do the tour, the services that people have access to as they go through, right?
Alright, no problem.
I just going to ask about printing and photocopies.
Unfortunately, our printing went down.
You lead the way, sir. I followed you.
Alright. So, when you come into the library now, you have the circulation desk. You could say hello to Jamal.
Jamal, by the man from Tuna.
Yes. Yes, be all over the place.
Yes. Very helpful. Yes. I have never met Jacob, an unfriendly librarian. Huh?
Serious?
Yeah, but when I do, I will let you know. Yeah, all the librarians I've met so far are awesome.
Yes. So over here is the children's library. We have Joshua in the corner. When Lyndon came in, I was in a meeting, but before the meeting, we were going through our books, shelving, and packing away. So how we normally pack our books is, this is Naraya down here. You can say hi to Naraya. This is my firstborn daughter. Say hello.
Hello.
How are you?
A pleasure to meet you.
Yes, this is Naraya here. So our children's section is fiction and non-fiction section. We also have a West Indian section. Early reader section where you can get books for the little ones, the babies, where mommy and daddy can do read along. We have a graphic section with graphic novels and Osborne series. So the library is full of books for all ages. You could read with me and you could read alone. You just make your pick. We also have DVDs right behind you, Lyndon. There's DVDs that you can borrow as well. So yeah, who say
I think like Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys and them things.
We have all them things here. So most people think that libraries are only for books and DVDs. No, it's not so. At your public library, now you can find PlayStation gaming, chess clubs, Scrabble clubs, book clubs, and so much more. When it comes to activity, it's the July-August time, and most libraries have, as always July-August time, most libraries have summer vacation camp. So you could go to the library closest to you. Next year, please go, because right now everything book up. So check them Easter time and summertime, so you can take part in the camp. The camp does be the cheapest and the most fun. It have activities where people come in and do programming in the Easter time. You learn how to make traditional kites with flower water paste and all those type of things as well. We normally have little stuffed animals for the children. We have books on every topic in the library as well. So fiction, non-fiction, early reader learning. So all of these here are books that we pulled out to use for different activities and programming. So Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, bedtime story. You have the little ones with 2-3 years old. These are the books that you want to borrow. So as we're walking over now, we're coming over to one of our West Indian section over here, where you can find some of our local authors. Unfortunately, we do not have Lyndon book on the shelf. I do apologize. I picked it up in my library, but we don't have it over here. Lyndon, we have to fix that, right? So yes. So over here you can see we have a little book display at the moment. So you're into yoga, whatever you're into, we have the books, right?
Have enough space to do yoga classes too, no?
Yes. Over here now we have our multi-purpose room. This is the room that we utilize if we need an extra television, if we have any program or workshop. We could do it within here, or we could do it on the floor based on the type of day going to have. If it's a small group of 10 people, we could do it in the multi-purpose room. Over on this side now we have our open concept area where you could study, you could read. I normally do sit down with patrons when they come in and teach them chess or even play around with two of them. It's really hard to say that you beat me in chess.
Hey, you're good.
I'm not good. I play to teach, and I know how not to lose, because chess is a game what you can win, lose, or draw. So before I lose, I will draw, right? Naraya knows all the pieces as well. Naraya, what's this? This is who?
No,
This is which piece?
the queen.
That's the queen, and who's this?
No,
Who's this?
it's not.
That's the knight. Who is this?
No,
That's the rook. This is who?
a bishop.
Bishop. Good job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent work.
Yeah. So if a 3-year-old could learn the chess pieces in one day, what do you think you could do? Just visit the
So you're up
Maloney
for a game
library.
of chess then?
You could play.
Well, I could probably lose.
So over here now we have our adult section where we have our fiction and non-fiction. Over here we have a little display with our Dewey Decimal System. Yep. So you could actually learn what section, the 0 to 100, what you could find there. UFO. Over here now the 100 section, the 200 section. So books are actually shelved using this Dewey system.
Okay,
in
so
all
if I
libraries.
wanted to the 600 section, I want to find a book on gardening. You could just show me how the system works.
So 600 gardening. We come over here and we look for the 600 section. 600 over here now. But remember the 600 is a wide section, right? So here we go. See?
Okay.
Garden style, different things. Look, you even find Green Lantern, but I 700.
Yeah, I was checking out, boy, real cool. This book, this caught my comic crash course, and it's showing like how to color and shade different characters and what poses they should be in and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, boy, fun. Listen, in the past, I have purchased a lot of books for myself and for my kids. I don't really go that route anymore. I am going the route in the library. I may not find the exact book I'm looking for, but boy, because books is something that could just pile up on you. I mean, it's nice to expose books to children to books with their reading and whatnot. And I have always had very pleasant experiences, regardless of the library. Like Hoover, here, Arima, and you're all doing really good work, Jacob.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Really good work.
One of the things I have to mention is the library offers a lot of programs and workshops. But one thing throughout the board is all the programming and workshop that we have is absolutely free. If you ever have to pay, that is just a donation, a contribution to help with a program or get supplies. So for example, in the computer section, before we used to have adult computer classes, juvenile, senior citizen. On 5 computers here, when I used to teach computer classes, I would have around 8 to 12 senior citizens here, because I believe in teaching with partnership, where you have a partner next to you. So if you don't know, you ask the person next to you. Because I used to also have 2 rules for my students. 1, you don't ask the teacher any questions. 2, you ask your partner the question. Because if you're asking me, that means you're not sure. If you ask your partner, or you could conversate and find out, wait, when you hit right click and you do this, what that does do. So once you question each other, you're actually helping, and the best way to learn is to
teach.
Correct. So computer classes, we have craft making, jewelry making. On a Friday at the Maloney Library, we do different gamings, most times even retro. So we'll take the children to the yard, we'll play pitch. We'll have Scrabble, we'll have chess, we'll have the PlayStation. We'll even do other things with them, craft, storytelling. So we try to mix it up a lot, and you come to learn. And the gaming is only on a Friday, you will play the PlayStation. So this Friday coming up here, we will see what we're doing with the children, but it's always something new And you know, we're in rainy season, so we have to look for more indoor. When was the last time you went outside and you do red over, send and over,
Oh my
these
goodness,
type
I
of
do.
games, right? So that is what we try to do in the library. Bring back the old time days, play the snake and ladder, the ludo, those type of things. We had programmings in the past and we'll continue to have programmings. We had a free comedy show in Port of Spain Library with Rudy, Alan the Entertainer, 2 Cents Movements. We always have programmings. What you need to do is go on Facebook and go onto the library's Facebook page. You could even follow Port of Spain Facebook page, Young Adult Facebook page, and especially Maloney Public Library's Facebook page to find out what is going on.
Okay, so I could keep up to date
You
with
could
Maloney's events by going to your Facebook
by
page.
going to and see what we have coming up, what we have going on, and even different highlights if we ever share highlights of what's going on today at the branch. So
Can I as a library member come here and use the internet
So
also? How
let me
that
tell you
works?
something, right? When you come to the library, you have access to everything in here. So when you visit, you could come in with your driver's permit, your ID card, and a utility bill as your proof of address, and you can sign up and get a library card in under 5 minutes. Your library card gives you access to borrow books throughout the entire library. You can borrow up to 6 books at a time and borrow for 28 days. You can borrow DVDs and borrow the DVDs in 4-day periods. The DVDs are normally lent out for. So the computers, you can access the computer for 1 hour a day every day, and we have free Wi-Fi and TT Wi-Fi, so you have 2 different internet to connect to. You have over here a little section where we have a little art on the wall that says knowledge is power. Yep. Over here you will see the most beautiful person in the library.
I thought it was me. You know? I didn't realize I had a stiff competition. Yeah.
Say hi to Michelle.
Hi,
It's a
Bob.
pleasure to meet you.
Yes, a pleasure to meet you too.
And this little one here is trying to beat me. This is Jaylee, the tiniest one. Yes, so this is the adult section in the library here. So it's easy. If you ever had a library card before
Robert Lidlam books.
and you lost your library card, just come into us. It's only $25 to replace your library card. And do not wait on exemptions. Most people wait until that one time of the year to bring back your book. Let me guilty of it. Bring back your book. Bring it back. We'll work something or bring it back to your closest library. Let's work on how we are going to clear the fines, right? But visit your nearest public library or even visit Maloney Public Library where you will meet me, right? So this is Maloney Library, the library that I love, the library that I'm always in, even though you will see me in different libraries throughout different times because I did vlogs in Arima Library, Port of Spain Library, and Tuna Puna Library. But this is the location that I'm currently stationed in, and it's beautiful, it's awesome.
Thank you so much for the tour.
No problem.
You ready for that game of chess now?
Alright.